back to another Redstone map showcase. Today we are going to be taking a look at the Rick and Morty Redstone house. Check this out, guys. We have Rick and Morty's house in Minecraft and also transformed into a really cool Redstone map. This was created by the Twist build team. If you guys want to go join the team, you could submit your maps down below and possibly be contacted in the future to join. Anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at this really cool house, and also don't forget to take 1 second to smack the like button. I would really appreciate it. But yeah, this is a Rick and Morty house. As you guys can see, looks really awesome, and much like how it looks on the show. Let's quickly fly around it, and as you guys can see, it is pretty cool. We have a nice backyard with a basketball court and some other decorations. That is how the back looks. This is how the side looks, and I promise you there's going to be lots of really cool and amazing things on the inside. Alright, so let's walk up to the front door and take a look at the first bit of redstone. Okay, so here's the front door, and you're probably wondering, how am I supposed to get in? Well, you just need to go ahead and grab yourselves a redstone torch, place it on that block, it gets popped down into the ground, and then it's going to open up this slime block door. Then we walk forward, and boom, here we are now inside of our very dark house. Now I'm going to look for the light switch. It should be right over here. When I go ahead and click on that, it's going to just light up the living room, as well as we have another light switch over here for the dining room slash dance floor. And this is a dance floor because of this creation that we have right over here. So basically you have a bunch of free space where you can just throw a party, but you can also right click on this to bring up a dining room table. This is really cool, and one of the coolest ways of utilizing pistons, just to give yourselves an extra bit of space in your very small house or rooms. Now we can go ahead and right click on that for our seats and our table to go back into the ground, and yeah, that is pretty much it. Really cool. And then on this side we have a button that's going to allow us to close the front door, so let's go ahead and right click on that. It's going to close that door, as well as turn on this light right over there. Once we have that, we can see all of the other controls. On this side we do have a crafting table, which is going to pop out of the ground. As you guys can see, it's pretty cool. And then on this side we have a very nice little living room here with a TV. Of course, that's just for role playing. We have a trash bin on this side. Any item that we drop onto this cauldron is basically going to get sucked down and automatically destroyed in some lava. So this is very useful for us coming over here and just dropping down items that you don't really need anymore. And for some reason that one didn't go down. Let's try this again. There you go. And yeah, I really like that. It's much easier than, you know, placing all of your junk items into a chest. You can just drop it down there and it's gone forever. Alright, so on this side we have ourselves our garage. This is actually a garage with a working door and some lighting. Let's go ahead and right click on that. As you guys can see, it's going to light up the area. We have another trash bin over here, which obviously doesn't collect the cauldrons for some reason, but you could drop down note blocks or any other blocks, as well as we do have some other decorations. As you guys can see, on this side we do have a button which is going to allow us to open up this garage door. As you guys can tell, it is pretty quick, and it's actually really sweet because I've never actually seen one of these in one of my maps before. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Alright, so on this side we of course have another button to close the garage. So if you go ahead and right click on that, as you guys can see, it closes very fast. So if someone's trying to like break into your house or like running towards you, you could close the door right behind you, and I don't know, you could possibly destroy the button because they could still technically click the button and get in. But either way, as you guys can see, it works like a charm. Alright, so now we could walk back into our garage and take a look at the rest of the house. Alright, so what I'm going to do is actually close that door because I don't want it open. Alright, there we go. And we're going to walk back into our little dance area here. I'm just going to call it a dance area because what would you do with a area of free space in your house? I don't know what you guys do. Tell me in the comment section. You might have some pretty interesting ideas. But anyways, down this scary hallway we have ourselves our bathroom. There is the light switch right over here. You guys probably can't see it, but once I click on it, you could basically get the idea of what this is all about. We have a hallway over here which is like slightly decorated, then leading towards a kitchen. This is sort of like just a decorative kitchen. It doesn't really have too much in it. It has a working fridge. As you guys can see, it pops out randomized items and randomized cooked foods, as well as we do have ourselves a like furnace area, but yet again, this is just for decoration. There's actually no use for this system. Now, if we go ahead and right click on this, as you guys can see, it will basically ignite that fire and create an illusion of an oven being on, basically. So it's really cool, and you can turn it on very simply, and I quite like it. So yeah, that's basically our kitchen. Like I said, nothing too amazing, but it's still pretty cool to have in the house itself. Now, down this way, like I mentioned, we do have ourselves a bathroom. This has a working piston door. If we go ahead and just right click on that, as you guys can see, the door will open up. Then we have our bathroom with some lighting. The lighting turns on when you basically open up the door, as well as we have a shower on this side. As you guys can see, it spawns down the water, so it's like falling. You can just step in there to wash your body, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So now we could go ahead and just turn that off. And then we could leave this bathroom, or we could also right click on this to kind of reactivate the door. And oh my goodness, it got really dark. So yeah, you don't want to close the door while you're in here, and that's sort of bad for privacy because everyone will see you go to the bathroom or showering. But anyways, let's go up to the second floor and take a look at what's up there. All right, so we come back over here to the front door, and there's actually another button that's going to open up a staircase. It's going to pop it out of the wall and then pull back some of these blocks. You then walk up into sort of like the second floor. It sort of looks like an attic, but anyways, once we're up here, we can right click on that button to activate the lighting for the hallway. And then over here we have 3 different bedrooms. The first one is going to be on the left, a very small bedroom with a nice view of the backyard. We could go ahead and right click on this to turn on the lighting in the roof. Nothing too extravagant because there's barely any space up there to add anything, so nonetheless, it's pretty neat to have. As well as down this hallway, we have another small bedroom. It's slightly built bigger than the last one, excuse me, and it does have a window view of the outside. Obviously, it's a super flat world, so there's nothing out there, but we do have another button to turn on the lighting once again. Alright, so last up we have our master bedroom. You can go ahead and open up this door to a very large bed. We have a button over here to turn on the lighting. This one's going to be pop out lights. It's different from the other ones, which were just regular redstone lamps. But either way, as you guys can see, we have a few different decorations scattered across the room. A TV, which is like hanging from the ceiling right in front of the bed, and 2 very giant windows to take a look at the nothingness, which is outside. Now on this side, we do have a redstone creation. This is going to be a double piston door. Basically, if I go ahead and hit that button, as you guys can see, it has 4 different pistons and 2 different directions, and it's basically just going to allow us to exit out into the balcony. It's going to close automatically behind us, and then we could click on this button to go back in. So as you guys can see, that's pretty cool, and it's sort of like automatically timed to shut off. And then we could walk out over here and possibly go towards the backyard and take a look at the rest of Redstone. So what I'm going to do is actually exit through the front door. That way we can take a look at a redstone creation that's on the side of the house. And basically it's going to be on this side next to our garage. We walk along this path, and when we cross this pressure plate, it's basically going to open up a piston door, as you guys can see. And then it doesn't really have a button to close it from the inside. You just need to walk over it again. But yeah, that's basically our very small piston door. Nothing too crazy yet again, but then we walk down the pathway and we can go either towards our shelter, towards the backyard itself, or towards this little porch or patio. I'm not really sure what you would call this, but either way, out here we do have a working barbecue grill, or just a place to cook your foods. And to do this, we want to grab ourselves our fuel as well as the items that we would like to cook. So let's go ahead and grab some of our raw chicken as well as some coal. Alright, so what I need to do is basically drop some fuel onto that hopper at the bottom, and what I need to do is also grab a torch because it's kind of dark out here. So let's place down a torch right over there, and like I was saying, we drop down our fuel right at that hopper, and then we drop our raw chicken right over here. So as you guys can see, it's going to basically go into our barbecue grill, and then it will eventually pop it out when it's done. So we're gonna wait for that, but in the meantime, I'm gonna show you guys this doorway right over here, and I think it did pop out. Oh, so there you go. All right, so yeah, that's basically you know, the grill working. It's working a lot faster than I expected, but we could wait for another one. As you guys can see, it's going to give us chicken fairly quickly. Alright, so we didn't even need to wait too much for that. But anyways, like I was saying, we do have ourselves a piston door Door located right here at the backyard, and this is basically going to be here so you don't have to walk all the way around, of course, but I just wanted to, show you guys the door. But either way, let's go ahead and right click on this, open up this doorway, and then we can walk on through. It's of course using sand, so it kind of opens up quite quick, and then it also closes very fast. So now we can go ahead and right click on this for it to close, and as you guys can see, it is lightning fast. Okay, so now we could open that back up, go towards the backyard, and take a look at some of the redstone that is left on the map. But before we do that, let's take a look at these decorations. Of course, we have a basketball court. I wasn't sure what to actually include at the back, so I just built a basketball court. And then on this side, we have like a set of very maintained grass, I guess you would say. Of course, this is grass mixed with some lime wool to create the effect, as well as do have like different various plants, and then other decorations like, hugging the wall. Anyways, this is pretty much our backyard. Then we can go towards our survival shelter, and this is going to be really cool, guys. I really love this, and I think I should make a tutorial on this in the future. Like the video and tell me down below if you would love to see a tutorial on this. But basically, you walk into our survival shelter, and then you simply right click on that lever. It's like closes up those doors, and it has some really cool sound effects, and I really do enjoy it. But basically, as you guys can see, we're now inside the shelter. We have all of the supplies that we need. We have our anvil, our enchantment table, our crafting table, our furnace to cook our foods, as well as a chest, and it is just great. So we could pop in our items over there to cook. And there's also a secret input included in the survival base for you guys to take a look at. So basically, if I go ahead and drop down a random item onto that enchantment table, it would basically open up this hidden area right over here, and you really can't tell that this is over here because it's just hidden so well. It's of course a hidden staircase, and you walk down this staircase, which is going to take us into our lab, and our lab includes a working TV, as well as an automatic brewing station and a rainbow beacon. So these are all very exciting things to look at. What we're going to take a look at first is our automatic brewing station. So yeah, let's go ahead and try to see how this works. I've never actually seen a design that looks like this, but what we could do is possibly use this to create a strength potion, since this is a blaze powder, or it says strong brew, so that might be something different. But either way, let's go ahead and just place down some blaze powder into that chest. I assume that's what we need to do. Place down some water bottles into this chest to the right hand side. And as you guys can see, when I place down those water bottles onto the chest at the right hand side, it's going to place the water bottles into our brewing stand, as well as it placed all the blaze powder in there. Wow. Okay, so now what I could do is add in different modifiers, and what I could do here is basically add in maybe some sugar, and then click on that button. Yet again, I'm not familiar with how this particular system works, but as you guys can see, it's pretty much just going to add in sugar into the brewing stand, but the water bottle currently, like the bottle of water currently has no effects on it, so I'm not really sure what this is going to create. Aren't you supposed to create an awkward potion first? But either way, let's take a look at this, and what it's going to give us is a mundane potion. So yeah, I have no idea how to brew anything. I like the automatic systems because I really don't have to choose the ingredients too much, because yet again, I have no idea how potion brewing works. But this is a system. It's really cool and quite advanced, probably too advanced for me. Maybe Rick and Morty could totally figure it out. Anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at the next creation. This is going to be a rainbow beacon. We simply right click on that. It's going to activate a beacon and then give us a bunch of rainbow colors. That thing is so cool. Let's go above ground and take a proper look at it, and boom, there we go. We have ourselves a very lovely rainbow beacon to signal our friends for them to come over for a party or something like that. It would really be cool to see something like this at a party. I mean, that would be mind-blowing. Either way, let's go back down into our laboratory and turn that off because it is making a lot of noise. Okay, so the final redstone creation we're going to be taking a look at is our mini TV. I think I showed this off in MCPE, but someone or the map creator went ahead and added it into this map. So let's go ahead and just right click on that. And as you guys can see, it's going to begin playing our TV screen. Of course, it's just for role playing, but you guys get the idea. It's kind of neat, and it looks like it's just going to cycle between a day and night animation. I would have loved if there was a little bit more in the actual picture itself, but you guys get the idea. It's a working TV. Then you can right click on that button to turn it back off. So yeah, that is pretty much going to be our laboratory. Then we would come back above the ground, and as you guys can see, this is where our staircase is located. We go back into our survival base, then drop an item there, and then it's going to reclose all of those blocks into the ground. You might occasionally get some dirt over here because the grass has died, but it will grow back and will look something like that. And it's like totally hidden. Anyways, guys, that is pretty much going to wrap up today's Redstone map showcase. If you guys enjoyed it, please take 1 second to smack the like button. Also, don't forget to leave a comment down below and suggest another map that you would like to see redstonified, if that's the word that you want to call it. As well as don't forget to subscribe to see when I post my videos. This was Twist, and I'll see you guys next time.